and welcome to the weekend Premier League preview show with myself, Pippa Monique, and the lovely Sophie Rose.
It's my debut on this little show. Yeah, I've been on this one before.
Well, you're with me, so it's special.
Oh, it's very special. I was very excited.
And we're kicking off Friday Night Football right here at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal take on Aston Villa. And I say take on because the last 3 times they've faced each other in the Premier League, Arsenal have lost.
Have they really?
So it's going to be a huge test for Arteta and his men on Friday, especially after the draw, which felt like a loss against Crystal Palace early on this week.
Yeah, that would feel like a bit of a loss, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
After I saw your post on that.
I was gutted.
Yeah, you could see what you said, that they just got back into the game really easily. I wouldn't go in with no hope. I mean, you have had a couple of good results here and there, so I wouldn't go in. And you're at the Emirates.
Yes.
So you
Arsenal were at the Emirates on Monday.
I know, but with Arsenal you just...
And they went 1 goal up, and they just...
But with Arsenal you just never
back.
know what's going to happen. Like, you could be really bad for 5-6 games, then you play against Chelsea, and all of a sudden you're like a Liverpool. Like, I don't really get it.
Chelsea.
Yeah, like you just don't know. But if I was going to have a prediction for that game, I'd probably go with a lot along the lines of a draw.
A draw, 1-0, 2-2. Is there goals in this game? Lots of goals?
I think there'll be goals in this game because you haven't got the best defence. I'm not sure they have the best defence.
Speaking of offences, Aubameyang, the last 3 games here at home, he has scored. So hopefully if he continues that run.
Yeah, no, I think there'll be goals. I don't think it's going to be a 0-0.
Yeah.
And it probably will be a tough game for you. But that's why I'm saying a draw, because you just don't know, I think, with Arsenal. It's hard.
I'm
not being biased.
You are.
No, I'm being honest. If I wanted to be biased, I'd be like, you're losing 5-0.
Wow. Let's have a couple stats on the game. So Arsenal, who faced Aston Villa in the first ever competition game at the Emirates Stadium, have lost 4 of their last 10 home league games against Villa. They've only won 6. I say only, 6 out of 10 is not too bad, but it's not 10 out of 10, is it?
No, but it's still above 50%.
Could they make it 7 on Friday?
You've got every chance to. It depends how you turn up. I never know how you guys are going to turn up.
Same.
1 minute you're good, the next you're playing, Norwich or something. I don't know. No, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, it goes up and down with you guys.
So you're going 1-1?
I will say 2-2.
It's going to be a really tough game. Aston Villa have great talent in their squad.
Yeah, I'll say 2-2.
It's going to be tough. I really want to back Arsenal and say 2-1, but I feel like it'll be a draw again, which will be upsetting for Arsenal because they're in a position now with these run of fixtures to get a couple of points and move up the table. They could have got 3 points on Monday. We should never expect anything, but easily could have got 3 points, but they didn't.
Yeah.
You'd expect 3 points against Villa, but I don't see it happening. Hopefully they do, but I think they'll collect another point.
You know more than me. It's your team.
I think they'll only collect 1 point. But if they do collect 3 points on Friday, absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
Another big game on Saturday, Brighton v Man City. I say big because Man City, definite title contenders, doing well in the league.
Yeah. Brighton
are also doing very well. Top 4 still.
Yeah. Man City are 3rd, if I believe. They're about 2 points behind us. This for me is a must-game win for Man City because Chelsea's game is a lot more easier.
Not a must-win game for Brighton?
No, I mean it is. But if you're talking Man City, Pep Guardiola and all the hype around that, then if they want to stay in contention, I think dropping points now, especially with bigger games to come, I do think, because it's so tight at the minute at the top. Like, you just don't know who's going to win the league at the minute. People say Chelsea are favourites, but it can go up and down. So I do think Man City will have the edge, even though it's at the MX.
They have played a couple of big games already. Man City have played Chelsea, they've played Liverpool.
Yeah.
So obviously they're going to have the return fixtures as well, but they cannot afford to drop points for title contenders, you're right.
That's what I'm saying.
Away game at Brighton is never easy for any team.
I'm not saying it's easy. But I just think with the players they have, if they want to stay in contention, Pep really needs to make sure they get the 3 points in this fixture. Well, they have to. Having
lost their first 7 Premier League games against Man City by an aggregate score of 21-2, Brighton came from a 2-0 down to win 3-2 the last time the 2 teams met.
Really?
So could we see a repeat of the underdog? They are the underdog in this one, Brighton.
Yeah, you could see a repeat. I think ever since Brighton have come up to the Premier League, they've actually been really good. It took them years to get up here. They finally got up here and they're actually doing all right and they've got some good players. I just think there's a lot more pressure on Man City to do well in this game. And I don't always think just because you're the away team that it's always against you. I think sometimes pressure helps, gets your momentum up. So I just think if they want to stay in the race with Chelsea, with Liverpool, we can't really say United at the minute, so let's just let them off.
Not for now, but
not for now.
With the quality in their team, at some point in the season they should be.
But I do think because
up.
It's all so close, if Man City are to drop points, it's going to be very hard to recover from. I think these are the games that they need to grind out wins from,
Grind out wins. I think Man City are clear favourites in this. Graham Potter's done miraculously well with Brighton so far.
But you just said that Brighton, even against Brighton,
yeah,
they're top
I think Brighton will give Man City a very good game. I don't think it'll be tight, but they'll give them a first 45 minutes.
Yeah, I never said that. I just said that I do think that City should be winning this game, and especially there's going to be a lot of pressure on them for the amount of money they spent on players, and for the team as a whole, and for their manager. They need to win this game if they want to stay up there with Chelsea and Liverpool.
What's your score prediction?
In that game, I think it will be very tight. I think it will be 2-1 Man City. I think it will be very tight.
I was thinking that. I think it'll be tight first half. I might be a draw, 1-0 first half.
Yeah.
I think 3-1 Man City.
Even if the thing is though, what I'd be worried about if Brighton start dominating in the first half, that for me, unless they get a goal in that first half, is a bit useless because then you'll see Man City come out in the second half and dominate. Yeah. That's the way I see that going.
That's how I see it going as well.
Yeah.
Don't forget that game will be live on Don Robbie Saturday at 5:30 to tune into the watch along. I can't wait for that game. Now this has to be the biggest game of the weekend.
Yeah.
No disrespect to any other club, but these are two powerhouses, two big clubs, one team doing a lot better than the other right now, but two great teams.
And they're serious rivals in general
big
anyway.
Rivals.
Yeah.
Lots of talent in both teams.
Yeah.
Whew, this is going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Liverpool are flying right now, doing well in the league, doing well in Champions League.
Yeah.
They've got Mo Salah scoring pretty much every game. Man United, however, have all the talent, but they're not producing. They got the result, Champions League midweek.
That's allowed to say, yeah. But this for me, and this was crucial because I was actually doing the watch along on Robbie's channel. And if they go 2-0 down against Atalanta, okay, they came back because how could you not come back from that game when you bring on the likes of Pogba, Cavani, Sancho? Like there's so many players you can bring on. You can't go 2-0 down against Liverpool and then recover in the second. It's going to be very difficult to recover in the second half. I actually saw something that Paul Scholes said, and he more or less said that. Yeah. You can do that against teams that are in Serie A and whatever else. You wouldn't be able to do that against Liverpool.
Especially when Liverpool are flying.
Look at their front three, like Mane. They've got Salah, Firmino. They've got amazing players. For me, I think this is when Ollie will get found out this weekend. I mean, we've already found him out. It's crazy to me that he's still employed. But I just feel like this is an easy 2-0 Liverpool win, and they're going to go to shit.
Oh, 2-0. That's generous.
No, I'm serious. That's how. After what I saw yesterday, everyone's like, it was an amazing game. Even you said it was a really good game. Yeah. I didn't think it was a good game. Yeah, there was 5 goals.
No, for the neutral, it's an exciting game to see a comeback. But it's not a good game if you're a Man United fan.
I didn't think it was a brilliant comeback. I just thought it was quite clear they brought on Cavani, Pogba, and they have Ronaldo. There was a good header, but I just think if you bring on the likes of those sorts of players,
you should be winning games.
It's not that difficult to get the comeback. Like if you have a comeback,
that's United's whole problem at the moment. I think personally, they've got all the talent. Even the players that were on the starting 11. I know a lot of them don't agree with Fred or McTominay, whoever it may be. Yeah. But they've got players on the pitch and on the bench that have way too much talent to be losing games.
Yeah. Did you see when they went 2-0 down, Ronaldo literally just looked up and just went slammed his hand down because he was just. I think he realises he's just literally surrounded by players that should be, from what their price tag is, very good. Maguire is meant to be the most expensive defender.
He's had a few errors recently.
Yeah, his error for, I think it was the second goal.
Yeah, and against Leicester as well in the league.
It's like, how? How is that possible? And there was actually a comparison to the amount that Chelsea's whole defence costs compared to just him, and ours doesn't even match that, and we are far better as a unit, and far better and we're top of the league. So I just don't see how that this is going to continue on much longer.
Is that Ollie's fault, though? Do people have to blame Ollie for every single thing?
Not every single thing, but this season they can't. This season they can't not blame Ollie. They can't blame the owners. The owners have brought Ronaldo in. Yeah. They've brought really, really top class. They've got the best player in the world practically. How are you still losing games? How are you losing 4-2 to Leicester?
Well, I think it's clear to say that everyone's expecting the Liverpool win on Sunday. Yeah. It would be headlines and absolute a shock if you, and I don't mean that to be horrible to United fans, but I'm sure they'll agree. There'll be a shock if United
It'll be a great game for us to watch, 100%, and I'm going to be watching it. I'm buzzing to watch that. I just feel as if they can't keep continuing these sorts of performances, because eventually it's going to cost you. Yeah. If they don't, they should be title contenders this year. I'm not saying they're out of the running completely, but they are drifting off slightly, and I just feel like with the amount of money they've spent, with the amount of money the owners have put into it, they've given them the players they want, they've brought back their all-time favourite goal scorer. You should be right up there. And to me, at the minute, is anybody actually talking about United as title contenders? No, it's Man City.
Not for now. Maybe they'll creep in silently towards January.
Not if they keep losing stupid games.
All right, prediction.
2-0 Liverpool.
Ooh.
100%.
Yeah, I see a Liverpool win, I can't lie. I'll say 3-1. United will definitely score. I mean, there's lots of good games this weekend. Another good one, a London derby, West Ham against Tottenham.
Yeah.
How do you see that going?
That I will be watching. I actually quite like to watch that game as a mutual.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit of a weird one, actually. Because I think there'll be goals, and I think it will be a very close game. I know Spurs are doing well at the minute.
No, it's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know Spurs are doing well at the minute, which I didn't see coming because, I mean, they were just down and out for quite a while.
Well at the minute? That's a bit of an overstatement.
Well, no, I mean, but they've won their last 3 games.
Yeah.
You know.
In all competitions,
yeah, in all competitions. That's good for them. Expressions has not spoken to me for the last 2 months, really. I haven't really
2 months?
If you've seen him, let me know where he is, because I'm still not being spoken to.
He's going to be on the plane to America soon.
Honestly, I know, yeah. But no, I think it'll be an interesting game. West Ham at home. If I was West Ham, I'd be going for the win in this, and I think they probably have the upper hand based on that.
Yeah.
It just depends on whether they come through. West Ham got a lot of good players, and a lot of players that I like. I love Declan Rice.
Yeah.
I like Antonio.
That's because you want him at Chelsea.
Well, that's true. But I genuinely think he's a good player. Spurs players at the minute I don't really rate. Harry Kane obviously ain't on form in the Premier League.
He scored against Newcastle.
Yeah, I know, but still, so he's done. Come on, he's been in better form before, though. Even for England, he wasn't really doing very well. So, for me, I think I would go for I just said there'd be goals, but I'm gonna
go 1-0, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1-0. How did you know that?
I could feel it. It's one of those games, but the thing is with West Ham, they've lost their last 2 home games by a margin of 2-1, and in both games, the winning goals come in the last minute. Man United in the 89th minute. Brentford the 90th minute.
But Brentford's a very good... we're underestimating Brentford here. If, for instance, if it was going to be Spurs-Brentford, I'd pick Brentford to win all day long.
Ooh.
So, for me, I'm not really reading too much into that. I don't think that necessarily means they're going to concede again in the last minute. I think they've got the upper hand based on the fact that they're at home, and I think they can do it, but it'll be a very hard game.
I mean, you spoke about Harry Kane briefly there. He has scored more Premier League goals against Leicester, 15, and then he has against West Ham, 11. But that's still a lot of goals to score against one opponent.
Yeah, of course. I just don't think he's in the best form he can be in. I think West Ham's are quite a hard ground to go. Yeah, it's a hard team to beat, hard ground to go to. David Moyes is obviously doing a very good job, which I don't think anybody really saw coming, especially when the fans come out to the stadium. I was convinced it was going to be different, and I've been wrong. So, yeah, they're a tough team to beat, and I wouldn't rule it out like previous years.
I think I'll back you on the 1-0.
Yeah.
But as much as it hurts me to say this, I think it'll be a Tottenham win.
Do you?
Yeah.
Pippa, please.
I know, I can't believe I said that myself.
Cut the show.
Either way, I think it's either going to be a Tottenham win or a draw.
Really?
As much as I want West Ham to win this, I do. There's a lot of players I really like in that team as well. Souček, Jared Bowen, Antonio, Declan Rice as well. So many players.
Don't forget Declan Rice.
Yeah, but we have to admit that as much as they haven't been playing well, Tottenham do also have quality in their team, and when certain players show up, such as Harry Kane, such as Son, and even Ndombele, like we saw against Newcastle, when players like him turn up, there could be a really good performance on their hands.
Yeah, but then again, Newcastle just ain't a hard team to beat. Next season, we're all in for a bit of a rough ride.
True.
But come on, it's not hard to put 3 goals past Newcastle at the minute. So
right, let me not think with my head. I'm thinking with my heart. Prediction: 2-1 West Ham.
And there we go. See, I said it was 3 goals, and now then I was thinking, I was like, oh yeah, you're actually right. No, 1-0 West Ham.
Okay. Let's open the pack. Who have we got in the first one? Okay, Pereira from Leicester.
Not bad.
Decent. Thomas from Burnley. And Hughes from Palace. Right, now, this is where it's exciting.
I want the gold pack.
Gold pack. Okay, Basuma, Brighton.
Chelsea.
I've got the team Chelsea. You're going to love that.
My boys.
Oh, and Cancelo's
good.
Love that.
Cancelo's very good.
Always love a gold pack.
Yeah.
I'll put Cancelo straight in my team. Don't think I'll change Chelsea because I've got Liverpool at the moment. Of course, there are some other games this weekend. Not as blockbuster as the ones we've spoken about.
Yeah.
Like Chelsea-Norwich.
That's a dig.
No, I'm joking.
No, but I mean, every game to me is important in the Premier League because you never want to drop 3 points, especially against Norwich. They've only got 2 points in the Premier League. They're bottom of the table.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not surprising to me. I don't even know why they bother coming up to the Premier League because they just go down every year.
Well, that's more than a dig.
It's completely pointless. No, but I'm actually going to go for a 4-0 win Chelsea actually on this one. Yeah, because they've got a very strong defence. I mean, they're just not doing very well. And I think if you saw us in the Champions League midweek, we just have goals in our team at the minute. And
is that a biased prediction?
No, 4-0. I genuinely believe against Norwich, 4-0.
I mean, I could see it, to be fair.
Yeah, that's generally how I feel. If it was one of the other sort of bottom half teams, Burnley, whatever, then maybe a bit different. But 3-4-0 Chelsea.
Do you know what? I see a Chelsea win, of course, but I'm going to give Norwich a bit more respect, and I'll say 2-0, only because the goal scorers are not scoring goals for Chelsea so much in the league.
In hindsight, though, we don't really know too much about their injuries at the minute, but obviously Lukaku went off. I think he sort of twisted his ankle. It looked a bit bad in our game against Malmo, and then Weiner went off sort of a few minutes after. Yeah.
Where are those 4 goals coming from?
Well, then we brought on the likes of Kai Havertz.
True.
Who seem to be doing really well.
Yeah.
We've got goals in our team. Ben Chilwell is finding his way back into fixtures now as well.
We're looking at the back line here. Alonso, Chilwell, Rudiger.
Yeah, I'm fine about that.
Azpilicueta.
I don't care where the goals come from as long as they come. But yeah, 3-4-0 Chelsea I'm going to go with on that one. Yeah.
I'll go 2-0. Sorry, Norwich fans. Surely some points will come somewhere down the line.
just not against the guys at the top of the table. Right.
Brentford v Leicester.
Oh, tough game that one.
That's going to be exciting.
Very tough game. I might go...
we say exciting. Imagine it ends up 0-0.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying, though. But it could be a 0-0 because I'd say they're on par with each other.
Yeah.
Although they've both got goals in their team, that is going to be a bit of a tough game.
At home for Brentford.
Yeah.
They've got a wicked crowd.
They
nice
do.
atmosphere.
No, I know. And obviously they felt like they deserved something against Chelsea last week. But I'm going to stick with 0-0 on this one because I think it'll be a tough game.
It'll be a tough game. I'm going 1-0 Brentford.
I hope there's goals.
I'll go 1-0 Brentford.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I don't mind Brentford, so I'm with you on that one. Yeah.
Crystal Palace v Newcastle. Now, Crystal Palace, of course, I guess kind of on a high after... I'm sure they wanted the win.
They're making some really good comebacks at the minute, I have to say.
And they've got such a good attacking line as well. Underrated.
I'm going to go 2-0 Palace
for
that one. I don't think Newcastle are in very good form at the minute. I think, obviously, like I said, once they start making their signings, changing the team around, obviously I know the fans are buzzing at the minute, so they're not too worried or whatever, but they're not having the best time this season. And I think coming off the back of a loss to Spurs as well.
And no manager, pretty much.
Steve Bruce obviously left and all the controversy around that this week. I'm going to go 2-0 Palace because I actually rate Vieira as a manager, and I think that if they're going to get points and they need points, it will be in this game.
Yeah. But I back Newcastle to score. They pretty much score in every game. They just don't win. So I'm going Crystal Palace 2, Newcastle 1. Up next, Southampton v Burnley. I don't see much viewers tuning into that one.
Nah, a bit of a boring game, that one.
After the games of the weekend.
Yeah, a bit of a boring game, that one.
But those are always the games that somehow surprise us. You end up seeing like 4-2 Southampton.
No, I always want to see goals in games. I'm not a fan of these 1-0 wins, these 0-0s. I'm just so boring. I don't really care who wins on that one, to be honest.
That's not nice.
I know.
What about the Saints? So they're backing their team to win this one.
Yeah, if you're going to
last week was good.
Yeah, if you're gonna ask me for a game, I'd probably say 1-0 Southampton.
Again,
but I wouldn't be too sure on that one, to be honest.
Come on, Southampton, I'm backing you to kick on here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 Southampton. A lot of 2-1s.
Yeah.
Leeds v Wolves. Ooh, Wolves win.
Yeah, of course.
You say of course, but
I don't like Leeds. I ain't backing into it. I don't really care what you say. 2-1 Wolves, I think, in that game.
Wolves scored, they scored a nice amount of goals against Villa, and they had a really good performance. If they keep that up, it was a surprise for me. I expected Villa to win that game.
Yeah. I think a lot of people did, though, in that one.
So I'm backing Wolves again. Well, I didn't back them last time. I'm backing them this time.
Yeah.
2-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I've only gone 2-1 just because...
Leeds, you think will score?
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's for definite.
Yeah.
But it'll be an interesting game.
Last but no means least, Everton v Watford. 3-0 Everton.
Yeah,
you're backing me in that one.
I will probably go with you on that one.
Yeah.
I think Everton are a good team.
Damari going to score first.
More likely to score first. And Watford, I just don't think they have as much of a... I just think they don't have the talent. I don't know what it is about them this season.
They're still trying to find their identity, I think.
Yeah, and I know it's only, end of October now, coming towards, and it's still very early on in the season. But I think Everton have the upper hand there.
Well, there you have it. That's our predictions. Let us know your predictions in the comment section below. It's going to be a great weekend of football.
Yeah, it is going to be. I hope we see goals. I hope there's no 0-0s.
I hope it doesn't disappoint. Man U Liverpool, I want to see a very good game. I don't want to see 0-0. Because that, I would hate that.
I don't think it's going to be 0-0.
Yeah, it can't be.
Yeah.
But guys, don't forget to leave your comments down below. Smash the like button, subscribe to Don Robbie channel. And we'll see you next week for the Premier League Roundup show.
See you guys.
Don Robbie Extra, the web app to get all of our best Premier League and sports content in one place. We have amazing features for you to use, like our team selector. Each week after the Premier League games, pick your best 11, where we can feature you in our show, play Top Squad on Don Robbie Extra, our in-game live, and get our content here first. Win prizes and smash your mates in our live fantasy football game, Top Squad, play every Premier League game and more. And we have daily news articles for covering all of the biggest sports topics. Vote now in our latest polls. Have your say. For a subscription fee of £3.99, get exclusive Don Robbie Extra content. This is Don Robbie.